Bro, imagine you are days out from one of the biggest fights of your life, cameras are rolling, the whole world is watching, and your opponent pulls up and straight up accuses you of being on steroids. On camera, in front of everyone. No filter, no PR team, just raw accusations flying. That is exactly what happened between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, and trust me, it gets so much wilder than just that. Because by the time these two were done going back and forth, Ryan had already promised to leave Benn in a stretcher, bite him if he had to, and break his arm in the ring. Stay with me, because this one goes places nobody saw coming. Alright, so let's set the scene. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn. Two fighters, two completely different worlds, and one matchup that has been building heat for months. Ryan is one of the biggest boxing stars in America right now. He has the speed, the left hook that has put people to sleep, and a platform that most fighters would kill for. On the other side, you have Conor Benn, son of legendary British fighter Nigel Benn, unbeaten record, massive following in the UK, and a reputation for being one of the most aggressive pressure fighters in the game. Now here is where it gets interesting before we even get to the chaos. Benn has spent the last 2 or 3 years fighting at super welterweight and super middleweight, weights that are not natural for him. He has been getting in there with big guys, taking those shots, surviving those rounds, and now he is dropping back down to welterweight at 147 pounds to fight Ryan Garcia. His argument? Fighting at his natural weight finally unlocks how dangerous he actually is. And bro, on paper, that actually makes sense. But here is where the story starts getting complicated, because the weight conversation is not the only conversation people are having about Conor Benn right now. Because if you follow boxing at all, you already know that Benn has had issues, multiple failed drug tests, 2, 3, depending on who you ask. And that history is sitting right in the background of every single thing happening between these two fighters. Ryan Garcia knows it, the media knows it. And when that training footage of Benn looking absolutely jacked started circulating online, Ryan Garcia decided he was not going to stay quiet about it. So picture this. Benn drops training footage and he is looking seriously bulked up. Like noticeably bigger than people expected for someone coming down to welterweight, and Ryan Garcia sees it and his reaction is immediate. No cap, he does not even try to hide his suspicion. He straight up questions whether what he is seeing is natural. His tone is not just competitive trash talk either. There is genuine doubt in it. He is looking at this footage like something is not adding up. And then it escalates. Because these two end up in a live exchange, the kind where you can tell neither of them is performing for the cameras anymore. This is just real animosity coming out. Benn is fired up, telling Ryan he is going to smash him in front of his mum, calling him Queen Ryan, bringing up the moment Ryan turned his back in a fight and begged the referee to stop the shots. If you have seen that clip, you know exactly what Benn is talking about, and he milks it. Hard.
Colin McGuigan, IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Ryan Garcia. Ryan, how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, good. How you doing? Don't fall.
Close?
Yeah, close.
Ryan, obviously you're here. You spoke with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Just tell us a little bit about those conversations.
We got big plans, man. Ready to take on tough challenges. All right, bro. Tough challenges in 2025, to be honest. I'm here to test myself, fight all the best fighters like I have been, and just finish the job with what my goals are.
When you spoke to him about the Devin Haney fight, what were those conversations and how likely are we to see you in the ring with him next?
I mean, very likely. We're close. I mean, that's a fight that Turkey wants, a fight I want, but things need to play their part before I even consider it. You know, they got to drop that lawsuit amongst other things.
Would you fight Conor Benn? He's there. Is that a fight?
Yeah, of course I would fight him. Yeah. How does it go? You tell me. You tell me.
Won't work on me. You know,
we'll see. That's what they all say, but somehow I find the target every time.
Don't be talking shit in my seat.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Come on now. Come on now.
Talking shit in my seat.
You know how it is. Your city.
Yeah, my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that lipstick?
No.
Many fighters like you. I thought that was strong. Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started that shit.
You go for it.
But then Ryan hits back, and here is where it gets crazy. Mid-exchange, while Benn is giving it everything he has got verbally, Ryan just drops it. Cool as anything. Lay off the PEDs, man. Lay off the PEDs. Just like that. Out loud. On camera. And Benn's response is to tell Ryan he sounds drunk and high. So now we have got steroid accusations going one way and substance accusations going the other, and the whole thing has turned into something that feels way beyond fight promotion. This is personal. But wait for it. Because the PED comment is not even the most extreme thing Ryan said during this whole build-up. Not even close. So naturally, the whole boxing world weighs in. And bro, almost nobody is picking Conor Benn here. Like, the consensus is brutal. Carl Froch comes out and says Benn gets absolutely splattered. His exact words. And then he asks the question nobody in Benn's corner wants to be asked. Who has he actually beaten? Chris Eubank Jr., who was already past his best. A 43-year-old Algerian. Froch is not impressed and he is not being subtle about it. Eddie Hearn, who knows both sides of this better than most, says he does not see a way Benn beats Ryan Garcia at 147. He also drops something interesting when he mentions there are still legal questions floating around in the background of this whole situation. He does not go deep into it, but that comment alone tells you there is more to this story than what we are seeing on the surface. Gareth A. Davies goes even further, straight up predicting Benn gets knocked out unless he lands something first. And Adrian Broner keeps it even simpler. Ryan, easy. More talent. That is the whole verdict right there. And then Regis Prograis drops maybe the most damaging take of all because he has actually been in there with Benn. First-hand experience. And he says to camera, he is not that good. He does not hit that hard. I said it after the first or second round. This is someone who has felt what Benn brings in a real fight situation, telling the world he was not impressed. That is a serious problem for Benn's reputation heading into this. Here is where it takes a turn nobody really saw coming. Because while everyone is debating whether Benn is good enough and whether Garcia is going to expose him, Ryan Garcia opens his mouth and says something that shifts the entire energy of this whole story. He promises on camera that he is leaving Benn in a stretcher, and then he keeps going. He says if he has to bite him, he will leave him in a stretcher. If he has to twist his arm and break it in the ring, he will do that too. His exact words are, "This is not a boxing match. This is a fight. I am coming to destroy his life." Bro. Destroy his life? That is not trash talk anymore. That is something else entirely. And the thing is, Ryan is not laughing when he says it. He is not performing. He means every single word, and you can feel it. The tone in that clip is genuinely unsettling, and the boxing world noticed because suddenly the conversation is not just about who wins this fight. It is about what kind of mindset Ryan Garcia is bringing into that ring and whether that level of aggression is going to be a weapon or a liability when the pressure is at its peak.
Any message to Conor Benn?
I mean, I was actually practicing, when I was training the other day. I was like, boom, like say the fight starts and I hear a British guy just talking. And I just had somebody do a British accent nonstop. And I'm just like, all right, I got used to it. Because I know he's like a little chihuahua. He's like a British chihuahua. Just, mate. Like some crazy shit. Like, I just got to know, like, that's going to happen. I think that he's he's all right. I mean, he's just all right to me. You know what I mean? He's overall really good, aggressive, but just kind of gets old. Like, when somebody's very skilled and experienced, they're going to pick him apart pretty bad. Like, he's going to get knocked out, probably by me, just like Floyd and Ricky Hatton. Just rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, though. Love you, Ricky. I just think that he has that style if he's getting over himself too much, and Chris didn't take advantage of any of those moments. Like, what's his name would shoot shots and like come over and just a little sloppy at times. And a very sharp fighter is going to take advantage of that, guaranteed. My first option would be Shakur. My second option, hear that, Conor? Second option would be Conor Benn, for sure.
And then on top of all of that, Tony Sims, Conor Benn's own trainer, makes a statement that reframes everything. He says that if Benn beats Ryan Garcia, it would be one of the biggest wins in British boxing history. His own trainer, not a media pundit, not a fan. The man in his corner is publicly acknowledging just how enormous the mountain in front of Benn actually is.
How's Ryan Garcia?
I'm liking these questions, How many rounds? I've got a lot to prove in this fight. Not just to everyone else, but to myself. The 10 years ago, me as a kid, who first turned over to be in a position I'm in now where I can solidify my own legacy and prove the irrelevant of all the noise, irrelevant of all the haters, irrelevant of all the no's you can't do. I'm going to go into this fight fueled with a chip on my shoulder to prove to the world that I will and will be the greatest WBC champion. So, for me, to answer your question, I'm going to come out fast and put it on him and hopefully get him out there early. Within 4.
And what are you looking forward for the left hook?
What am I looking for? They said don't hook with a hooker. It's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So here is where we actually land on this. Ryan Garcia going into this fight is composed in camp, disciplined in his diet, drilling his defense specifically for Benn's pressure style, and carrying a mentality that has crossed from confident into something borderline terrifying. He has the speed, the left hook, the ring IQ he picked up from being around Canelo, and a genuine belief that this fight is not even close. Conor Benn is coming in with everything to prove and nothing to lose. He has been fighting at the wrong weight for years, he has the failed drug test cloud hanging over him that Ryan is already using as a weapon, and the entire expert community is writing him off before the first bell. But his trainer believes a win here changes everything. The steroid accusation from Ryan is not going away. The live confrontation only made this rivalry more personal, and when two fighters hate each other this much before the bell, anything can happen inside that ring. So let me know in the comments. Is Ryan Garcia right to be suspicious, or is he just playing mind games? And do you think Benn actually has a chance, or is this the fight that finally exposes him? Drop it below, and if you want more breakdowns like this every week, you know what to do.